microphone's been off the entire time.
Is it really?
Yeah, no, I literally just turned it on. So much gold down the drain. Microphone's been off the entire time.
Oh, gotta mute it.
Really?
Microphone's been no, I literally just turned it on.
Okay, there we go.
The reverb. It's insane.
Fucking 3 times the
microphone's been off the whole time. The microphone's been off the whole time.
Microphone's been off the whole time. 3 times the reverb.
Yeah. So.
Is it on the butt?
Hey, how's it going?
Is it on the butt?
It's on the butt.
It's on the butt.
Everything's about the butt.
Hey, that should just be down there with one of the great laws of life. You know? Gravity.
Gravity. Newton's laws of physics.
The second law of thermodynamics. Everything's about the butt.
Everything's about the butt. Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, what's going on?
We just came back from the bar. We've been drinking a little bit. Just a smidge. Just a little bit. Just to keep things
I drank so much that our bartender gave us a survey card. Pre-filled out, thinking I was too fucking blitzed to know what was going on.
And the cat just took our light out.
Cat, fix it.
Vader, do it.
Alright, rock, paper, scissors.
Nigga, you're closer.
No, Nick, this is the fuck over there, isn't it?
No, it's over there. You're closer.
Yeah, no, rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Get over there! Get over there! I'm onto your games.
I have to like literally go through all these fucking wires when you could have just stood up and done it.
Dude, I would still have to go through the wires.
I don't believe you.
They're still there!
They're not there anymore. Does the stream look good?
Yeah, no, it's fine. It was just a lamp. You're taking your sweet fucking time. That's what you're doing.
I'm over here doing like acrobatic gym shit.
You can't do acrobatic gym shit. You have a metal rod in your spine.
We haven't told the customers that. I mean the viewers.
The viewers?
The customers.
BT dubs. He has a metal rod in his spine.
I had scoliosis when I was at the age of 13. And instead of wearing a brace, which I don't know, you weren't there to remember it, but that fucking brace, they're like, oh, no one's gonna notice. Nigga, it was like a shirt, straight, like all around, you could tell I have a brace on. And they're like, yeah, I know you're 13, but can you please wear that until you're like 21? And then like after 3 months of wearing it, because they want me to wear it 24/7.
Yeah.
After 3 months, I was like, I sat my parents down, I looked at them, and I was like, guys, I'm gonna have back surgery. I'm like, what? Like, I'm choosing to have back surgery. I'm not wearing that brace ever again. And they're like, are you sure? I'm like, this is 100% sure. So you're gonna go through back surgery? I'm like, there's no downsides to it other than not bending. Yes. And that's about it. That's when I decided to have back surgery, and now I have 2 metal rods in my back, and I'm Iron Man.
This one time, I had to make a really difficult decision about whether I wanted crunchy tacos or soft tacos.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, like, it's practically the same situation as yours.
Actually, I would say it's more important than mine. It was a more important situation about mine, more life-threatening than an 8-hour back surgery where I almost bled out.
I decided to go crunchy, and I'm happy to say
that's a wrong choice.
That I've never regretted that decision.
I feel like if you go crunchy, you always regret the decision. No one goes crunchy.
If you're at Taco Bell, you always go crunchy. If you're at like a proper taco place like El Don's, you never go crunchy. I don't think they even offer crunchies.
I agree with you that Taco Bell crunchy is the way to go, especially if they have the Doritos Loco, those Dorito Loco tacos. You gotta go crunchy. But if you go into an authentic Mexican restaurant, you get the corn tortillas, and if you know they double up the corn tortillas, that's when you're in a fucking great place.
Hit that double game.
Because everyone knows the single corn tortilla is not strong enough to hold all the meat by itself. But you double it up, you're golden.
Hey, you're not allowed to drink vodka.
Come on, he's like, what, 1 year old now? That's like 17 in cat years.
Get out of the stream. What are you doing? Get out. Get out of here, Vader. I love you, but I'm gonna push you off.
We love our cats, I swear. We really do. Alright, so, Nathan.
Yeah.
Tell us a little about yourself.
Okay. Well, like everything?
Let's start from the beginning.
Okay. Believe it or not, I was actually born in the States.
No!
Word. Yeah, both my parents are English. My little brother's English, although he sounds American.
Was your brother born in America or born in...
My brother was born in England. My little brother was born in England.
He was born in England. Yeah, he still has a more American accent than you do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because my dad was working over here on a visa. He was an engineer a while back. And I was born, and I was over here for like 2 months of my life. And then we moved back, and I grew up over there. And then 2 years later, my little brother was born. And we grew up over there, and then we moved back to America. So I have British parents. I have dual citizenship because I was born here and grew up over there.
Mm-hmm.
My little brother is completely British because he was born over there.
Has your brother gone through citizenship? Is he a citizen in America?
Not yet, no.
Are your parents citizen?
My dad's going through it right now. Yeah.
What happened there?
Hmm?
What happened to become citizen? 'Cause I feel like, honestly, your brother, at least your brother, knows literally all the answers to the test.
No, he does. My brother, he's a big geography and American history buff. He just, I don't know, like, he's more patriotic towards England than I am. I just honestly don't give a fuck either way. And he sounds completely American, but he considered being part of the Coast Guard. And I was like, Alex, you need to
Be a citizen.
Revoke your British citizenship. Like, you can't do what I do and be dual citizen. Like, if I wanted to be part of the military, I would have to give up my English citizenship and be completely American with an English accent. Yeah, you can't be dual citizenship in the American government.
That's a little elitism.
Yeah. So me, like, and that's how you. So I sound English, right?
Yeah.
And if I wanted to have a government job, not even military, if I wanted to, work in, high-end politics, I would have to revoke my English citizenship. And I would only be an American. I'd just be an American that sounds like I'm English. And my brother, who sounds completely American already, he refuses to give up his English citizenship because he feels like that's where he's from. And I mean,
technically he was born there, so it is where he's from.
True, but he lived there less than I did.
Yes.
And he sounds American.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's like I tell people I'm Cuban. I was born in America, but both my parents are Cuban and were born in Cuba. So really, my heritage is straight from Cuba, even though I was born from here.
Yeah.
So I consider myself more Cuban. I'm Cuban American, of course, because I was born here, but I consider myself more Cuban since all my, the elders were just straight Cuban.
See, I suppose I'm technically British American, whereas my parents and my brother are straight up English.
Yeah.
Although my brother sounds completely American. Like, whenever we visit the family back over there, like, cousins, grandparents, anything like that.
Do they call him is there any, slang
They
term?
make fun of him.
Is there any slang term for the Brits to be an American? Like, do they call them the Yankees or something, stuff like that?
Yeah, they call them fucking idiots.
Oh, okay. Alright. Sounds good.
I don't know, it's like to the rest of Europe, America is just... That's so low on the food chain.
Yeah, but, economic-wise, this is, America... And Europe's down here?
No. Okay, to be fair, economic-wise, the world standard is American.
Yes.
But the British sterling...
We've bribed our way to many places.
But the problem is the British sterling is so much more strong and profound than the American dollar. Even though it's the world standard.
The EU is
like, you move from America to England, you lose half your money.
You move from England to America, you're like, oh shit, I'm rich?
Right?
Since when? I was only making 50K in
now I'm making 100.
Now I make 100K in America? What is this?
It's weird. It's like, I don't know, it is
You went from middle class to like straight up good. You're doing well.
No, seriously. We over there. We were very middle. Me and my brother grew up in a very rough neighborhood, and I'll probably get into it later. But I had some big problems when I was young.
Mm-hmm.
From being like robbed at gunpoint to have my thumb chopped off.
Yep.
To all these sort of things growing up in England.
The Compton of England.
Yeah, pretty much. But that's like 80% of England. Like
England goes hard.
No, American thinks like, oh, England, that's what the Queen's from. Everything's fucking rosy posy. No, not quite so much. But we moved over here, and we were doing okay over there. My dad, finally pulled some shit together, and we were doing okay. And then we moved over here, and it's like, this house is fucking huge. We've 3 floors and a basement. In England, you don't know what a basement is.
No, you don't got basements on there.
In England, it's like a 1-floor house or a 2-floor house. And if you have a 2-floor house, it's connected to the next fucking house.
Welcome to America.
Land
of the great.
It was crazy. I don't know, it's just, I find it astounding that the world's standard is by far not the weakest currency. But
we're one of the strongest.
Not the strongest.
The pound is much stronger. However, America, we have a lot more people than Britain does.
And a lot more debt.
Yeah, but you ain't American until you got debt. Let's be honest. Once you get that debt, that's a true American in you. Ugh. You know what? Let's just move to Mapletown. Mapletown. Land of the Hesh.
Fucking Heshman, Taxman, Horace. I believe he's a Mapleton.
They all seem really happy.
They are. I've never met an upset Canadian.
No, they're really
you watch
nice.
America's Got Talent. You see Howie Mandel's like, I want to live his life.
He is a very happy person.
He is. I don't think you can be upset in Canada.
No, I think it's actually a law. So, I think either Canada's so great you're always happy, or a law of just saying if you live in Canada you have to be happy.
If you frown,
you go to America.
We're gonna steal your bacon.
You can't steal the Canadian bacon over there.
If you frown, we will take your maple syrup.
Like we said,
maple syrup is liquid gold. That's a fact.
Everyone knows in Canada, throughout elementary and middle school, lumberjacking is one of the core classes you have to learn.
Oh, absolutely.
Has to.
Oh. 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 Oh.
Right now, he's saying a lot of different words. I don't understand. He's being more American. If he was being Canadian, like we were talking about, he'd be saying A.
Continue.
Who are you calling?
Nick Kim. Comment on the fucking stream.
Nick Kim?
Yeah, Zelo.
Oh, we're about to have our first caller on live TV.
Battle Royale.
We're not a caller. Put him on speaker.
Yo.
Hey.
Yo.
Hey.
What are you up to?
I'm about to go to bed, dude. I was just at Battle and Brew. I'm tired.
You at Battle and Brew?
Yeah.
He was up in our town and even...
No, he lives over here now, don't you, right?
Yeah, I live 15 minutes away from Battle and Brew.
Yeah, right? He doesn't stop by enough.
Well, talk to him about that.
Yeah, we're right now, you are beefing with me and the Sosa. I just want to let you know that.
Why? Because you guys fucking... You guys clean your fucking house yet?
Dude, we're moving in like 5 days.
It doesn't have to be clean. We have an excuse now.
Yeah.
Good.
But next week we're having a housewarming party at the pool of our new place. We have a pool, we have barbecues, we have fire pits.
This is a new place we'll be moving into.
Fire. So you need to stop by next week.
It's going to be our new studio, so it'll be a lot nicer. And hopefully more optimized.
It'll either be
for,
next week or the week after,
podcast.
probably on the
We'll
weekend.
See. Doesn't work for Nick Kim.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going on a camping trip next weekend.
Well, no, it won't be next weekend. It'll be the weekend after.
Okay.
Or the weekend after. I don't know. It depends how long it takes us to get settled.
If Nick Kim's not there, it's not a party.
It's not a party if you're not there. We're gonna need someone to be, yeah, I don't know, to be rebellious and drink all the punch. That we're gonna need someone.
Alright, I'll make sure to throw up everywhere.
We have to give alcohol poisoning to someone.
No, I mean he was good last time. He made it to the bin. He was.
He did.
He was good.
He did much better than twins usually do.
Yeah.
I was done with my car.
Dude, fucking. Last time we partied with the twins, they threw up on the wall.
Well, I was guiding my car, so how miserable there.
Oh
I
God.
texted the by the way. I fucking left your house at 10 in the morning, got in my car, and I fell asleep in my car and woke up at 11 outside your house. I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Jesus.
My car was on. I just turned it on and I fell asleep in my car while it was on.
Oh my God. All right. Well. Here's...
Thank God I didn't see it. I'd be dead.
Oh God. Dude, I didn't even know. I thought you left until
Me too.
your dad knocked on the house. He's like,
I didn't know about like how serious it was until later on. They're like, "Yeah, Nick Kim got alcohol poisoning." I'm like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, that was the other night. I don't know if that was the other night. Well, the night that I got super drunk, I was inside my car. But the night when me and Trey were over there, just me and when I came over that one night, it was super late.
Yeah.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that night. That night is when I woke up in my car and I was like, what the fuck? Because like, I left your house. I woke up like later.
Oh,
I was
God.
like, oh, God.
I thought you were gone. Like, I crashed on the couch next to you and I woke up and you were gone. I was like, I guess he went home.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, I went home, but I think I was outside your house asleep in my car.
Oh my God.
I woke up later and I was like, I should go home. My laptop's still over there, too. I need to get that.
Yeah, no, it's over here. You better be swift, though, because, like I said, we move in 4 days.
Yeah, I'll make sure to come get it. Like I'm going to Battle Brew tomorrow. Like, I'm talking to the hostesses, kind of.
Literally right.
And then, like, they have, like, some cosplay night. I was just like, alright, cool. I'll come see you, like...
Wait, it was cosplay night?
Yeah, there's an Evil Villain costume night at Battle Brew tomorrow.
Shit.
We missed the sexy
Cosplay
women.
night.
Wait, cosplay night is tomorrow?
Yeah.
I'm about to stroll up in there, busting some fucking, God. Dude, I don't even know. I might pull Gray from fucking Fairy Tail, walk up in there shirtless.
We haven't been working out that well. if we kept working,
Oh, the bitches!
if we were working out from when we started to now, maybe, but not right now.
Stroll up in there, fucking Natsu. I don't need a shirt. All I need is a scarf. Alright, anyway, shoot me a text and let me know when you're available, and we'll plan the pool party around you.
Alright, well, I'm heading over there tomorrow, like, whenever. And then, like, me and the hostess, I think, are getting, like lunch. Me and the hostess are going, like, a date Monday, so...
Alright, well, I do work at 5 tomorrow, so try and stop by before then.
What?
Are you picking up the bag tomorrow?
I mean, you could bring me the bag at Battle Brew if you guys go.
Okay, what time is that?
I think it's just like when it opens. It's just Super Villain night. So, like, they open at 5 p.m., so...
Okay. I might be there late since I have work, but if I stop by, I'll bring the bag with me.
Alright, man, I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Take care.
Alright, I'm tired as fuck, so I'll talk to you guys later. If I have the cash, I'll fucking buy you guys a thing of shot on me tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Well, shoot me a text.
Oh,
Bye.
tomorrow, I'm in. Alright, good night.
On the phone, we just had Nick Kim, the infamous.
The infamous
And the
Zillow.
famous.
Yeah. The one and only. Walks up in the party, turns the fuck up. Small Asian kid, you don't expect it. Then throws up in your trash can. What a legend.
No, he has so many stories. I would love to get him on here one time.
Oh, absolutely, dude. He gets into shit. I have no idea how you even get into that sort of
He
situation.
lives a certain lifestyle that I wish I live. But since he lives it, I'm okay with that.
No, I'm fine living it through him, But the sort of situations he's put in, it's like, I don't want to be part of that. Like, I'm fine with hardcore parties, but like when... it's the sort of stuff I'm not sure if I can talk about. Is I want him to come on here and talk about.
The legend of Nick Kim.
The legend of Nick Kim. The one and only Zelo.
He is a legend, and we'll get him on here one time just to talk to him. He is probably one of the most interesting, exciting, and nicest guys I've ever known, and I love him for it. Are you agreeing? Yeah?
It's me agreeing.
Okay. You should, if anyone's just listening to it, he is shaking his head.
Are the people just listening?
I don't know. Maybe eventually we'll get our shit together and make this a podcast instead of just a video cast. If we get our shit together, but who knows?
A vodcast?
Yeah, but this is a podcast.
Right now it's a vodcast.
Strictly video.
But we should make it a podcast.
Eventually, if we get our shit together.
I mean, how difficult is it to get our shit together? Like, I cleaned the house a little bit today. That's getting my shit together, right?
It's still pretty dirty though.
It was cleaner. A little bit.
Okay, go back to you.
Back to me. What did I say?
You...
Brothers English sounds American. I'm English and American sound English. Parents are English sound English. I bartend.
Yep, you're a bartender. You go to school now? For what?
Yeah. I took a year off school. I'm back in school.
What are you going to school for?
Business.
And what do you want to do with your business?
For international business, minoring in Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I have two. It is evening, sir. That'd be konbanwa, but I forgive you. That's fine.
Konbanwa.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yes.
Hi.
Yeah. Yes. But yeah, it's I have two minors, being Japanese and Asian studies. I'm very close to a third minor.
What's the third one?
Biology. Considering I majored in biology and then I changed my major and I have all these fucking credits. I literally have to take one more class and it's like I have a third minor. But I'm just not sure it's worth it. So bartending. British.
That's all about you?
Japanese. Huge fucking nerd. Literally, all I do is play video games. And my girlfriend hates me for it. Because my girlfriend My girlfriend is the very attractive, athletic...
Out of your league.
Why don't you hike with me? It's like, bitch, I got a chair league, Heroes of the Storm match coming on. I gotta represent. Speaking of which, if you haven't seen our last chair league game, it was a 10-minute game, and we pulled out a huge... It was a medevac comp. It was Rhaegar with Bloodlust, Raynor with Hyperion, Morales with medevac, Gazlo with Robo-Goblin, and who was the last one?
Medic, Raynor, Tyrael, Gazlo.
Oh, Tyrael with Sanctification, obviously. And we just let them think they were winning the entire game. We just, as soon as the game opened, forced the top fort. This was on Curse Hollow. And then we kind of like shitted around, poked the tribute a little bit, let them get an entire fucking curse, medevac to the keep. Get that shit. Knock a wall down, retreat. Shit around a little bit, they get boss, we defend boss. Medevac to the core, win.
Yep.
It was like we would medevac, we'd pop Bloodlust, we'd pop Hyperion, Reynos W, we'd fucking... when they swamped us, we'd just hit Sanctification, just keep hitting the fucking core. It was a good time.
It was actually really good. It was a good play.
And the casters were entirely speechless. I loved it. I must have watched the casters replay like 3 times now.
Mm-hmm.
And like after the game was over, they were like, "Oh, well, I guess that happened. It was a 10-minute game. They didn't take anything we thought they were going to take. Good play by both teams. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but it was great. It
Like when someone once said, Heroes of the Storm is one of the cheesiest games.
No, there are absolutely some cheesy ass comps you can do, and that is actually one of the reasons I love it. If you have, the innovation, and you have a team willing to try particular things, there's some crazy shit you can pull out your ass.
Oh yeah. But going back to you and your girlfriend, I would love to get you two on here at some point, because you guys are just like in a relationship that really has no words to it.
What do you mean?
The way the dynamic of the relationship is just so interesting, and the fact that she loves you and you love her, but the way you show your love is just that you love to push her buttons. You love to get her riled up. You love to just get her angry all the way to the edge, into where she's legitimately angry. And then once you teeter on the edge, you either back off and then make things up. Maybe she gets a little pushed over a little bit, and then you just try to make things up or let her punch you a little bit, and then you accept it. Your relationship is so unique. I would love to get you both on here just to talk about.
Oh no, I love it. I wake up every day.
We were talking about this. Me and her were talking about we wonder if you wake up every day and just kind of gauge on how happy to angry she is. If she's really happy, you kind of plan all the things I wonder how I can piss her off later on today. Or if she's really angry, I guess I won't piss her off too much, but I'm gonna try a little bit at least.
I don't know. I just get such an enjoyment of pissing, but it's like a playful pissing.
No, yeah.
It's not I go into the kitchen and break shit. It's fuck you.
You're not beating her. You're not doing anything crazy and shit like that. It's just the small pushing of the buttons of where you say something, and then in every other case in a relationship, this is a big fight going on, but you just say it in such the most smooth and elegant way, where she gets a little riled up, and you just love to see her riled up, and then you always be able to backtrack or take it back, and when she's really angry, you're oh, I'm sorry, babe, I love you, I love you, and she's angry at you a little bit at this point. Throws a little some playful slaps and punches at you. Nothing serious, but just the dynamic you two have is so enjoyable to watch that I am willing to subscribe for another year and live with you guys for another year.
I must admit, it's probably a TV show, because I'm a very sarcastic human being. She's a very honest, this is the type of woman that takes pinky promises as fucking law. And
pinky promises are law. Let's be honest.
And I don't know. I'm just so sarcastic, and I'm so. I don't know. It's just. I think it's my entire demeanor and the way I execute things, and I'll just say the smallest things, and sometimes they'll go right today at dinner, the whole see, I'm not ugly. He noticed me, and I'm maybe that's why he noticed you. And she's like, what?
And we play it off, because I'm always, since living here, I am the guy who, when Nathan just tries to dig a hole for himself, I have to be the good wingman. I have to be the man there who tries throwing the life vest at him, who tries to, throw a little dirt into his hole. But most of the times, he just, ignores that shit and even shovels deeper into that hole.
Right, no, I will elegantly sidestep a hole that she or someone else makes for me. And now it's I'm digging my own fucking hole.
You love digging your own hole.
This is my hole.
No, but it's really a great relationship. At the core of it, I really envy the way you guys have, because it's not normal, and it's perfect that it's not normal. And if I had enough money, I would set up cameras around the house just to record you guys at the specific moments, and I can upload it. Obviously, I don't have that money, but it would be just the best YouTube show I could put on.
Honestly, probably about 80% of her just beating me.
It would be 80% of her beating her, and most people would be he's in an abusive relationship. He needs to leave this relationship quick. But honestly, if you really see everything of it, it's me
making her abuse
He deserves it, and then he loves being beat. He has some some type like S&M into him. And, like he loves being beat by her, and it's just like, oh, this is such a great
But
feeling.
the funny thing is, she's so small it doesn't hurt. I love to see her struggle.
Oh god.
It amuses me so much. Oh god.
One day we'll get her on here. We'll get her on here so we can talk about everything.
Anyway, it's your turn to share.
All right. What do you want me to share?
Literally everything I just shared.
Aaron Sosa. I am a Cuban, coming from two immigrant parents who came over here from Cuba. I was born in the great state of Kentucky, Erlanger, Kentucky, the most country town you can probably think of.
God, really?
Yeah, Erlanger.
You just lost
Kentucky.
like 10 points. Here it was, I was thinking you were like a fucking Cubanista, like fucking rolling cigars.
Right. Some people believe.
Like, I've known your ass for like 6 years, 8 years.
Some people believe I came out of the womb with just quoting Scarface.
Yeah.
I came out here, I came out of the womb, and the first
Like
thing I said was,
a small
say
Coke
hello
stash.
to my little friend, and then I was just like...
Yeah, like a small Coke stash, rolling cigars.
Mhm.
Say hello to my little friend.
I had
holding
a
your dick.
small, even in the womb, I had a like small drug ring going
I thought you
on.
were about to say even if the room had a small dick. I'm like, I'm not surprised.
No.
That's-
Us Cubans, known for our extremely large penises.
Oh, fact.
Yeah. Some people think it's the black ones, but you never hear about the Cuban ones.
Because they're sneaky.
Hmm. You don't think about it, but like, right there. But no, like born in Erlanger, Kentucky. Moved from Kentucky down to Georgia for a little bit. Stayed in Georgia for a couple of years. Moved down to Miami. Lived with my grandma for a bit. Then around first grade, I moved to a place called Parkland. My parents saved enough money to build their own house. Then after 9/11 to 2001, terrorist attack in America, any airport jobs or engineering kind of got serious and like cut back. So my dad had to get transferred to Atlanta, so we came back here. And I've been living in Atlanta for the past 12 years, 12, 13 years. The longest amount of time I've stayed in one place. I am currently pursuing a computer science degree. I didn't really think much about PC gaming, honestly, at all until I got into college, when I had to forfeit my PS3. Of course, freshman year, I wasn't doing too hot in college.
I don't think anyone does.
No one really does really hot in college the first freshman year. So one of the things I tried doing was giving up my PS3 to my girlfriend at the time. And I lent it to her, let her use it. She lived in Mexico, so I had no way to use it. And that might have been the biggest downfall ever, because that's when my roommate introduced me into a little game called League of Legends. And that got me a little more into my PC gaming.
The Forerunner to Heroes of the Storm, which is so much better.
We'll talk about that now. I got into League of Legends, I got into more PC gaming, and that just kind of took over my life. But I'm now living with Nathan, his girlfriend, 2 other roommates, who are also friends from high school. That's about it. I did express earlier, I had scoliosis.
Mm-hmm.
Got back surgery. I have 2 metal rods in my back, so if I ever look like I'm...
Oh, you have 2?
Yeah, 2 metal rods.
So you're like twice as awesome as Iron Man.
Exactly, and then 36 screws. Two metal rods, 36 screws, all on my back. 8 hour
See, I
long.
think Iron Man only has like 1 metal rod and like 5 screws.
Funny story about that is that before I did that, I actually got dared to try out for the swimming team, because I'm Cuban, so we had a joke like, oh, all Cubans can swim well, I bet you can make the swimming team. So I got dared to go in the swimming team, and then I just tried out, and I actually made the swimming team. And it wasn't like everyone made it. People got cut from it, a good amount of people. So I actually made it. And being on the swimming team actually lowered my heart rate by a lot, and got me more in a physical shape. Through my surgery, I lost a lot of blood that I wasn't supposed to lose. So they actually said that if my heart rate was a little faster, if I was a little more obese, or didn't have much muscle in my body, they would have had to stop the surgery completely in the middle of it, of the 8-hour ones, and they would have had to eventually redo the surgery or done something else. And it's really just fortunate, or like kind of weird how I joined the swim team and was able to like got my heart rate so low. At this point, my heart rate was a steady 50, 55 beats per minute at just calm. So like when they put me sedated, I was running at 45, 30 beats per minute at a really low rate that even machines would alarm, just saying like this guy's probably dying. So it's a little of a blessing that I actually joined the swim team just because of a dare, that I was able to get through this surgery, and that I lost a lot more blood than even the doctors expected. Before that, I did have some hearing problems. When I was younger, I remember like just a key point of just, I looked at my mom and I was just waiting for her like to tell me something, and I just didn't hear anything, and then I can tell that she's angry visually, but I couldn't hear anything. So then later on, they took me to the specialized ear doctor. I don't know exactly what it's called, but an ear doctor. They did some tests on me, and they realized I had a lot of fluids in my ear. Just because I was a really tan child in Miami who swam in the pool a lot, so I had a lot of fluid in my ears. So they had to put little tubes in my ear so I can hear better, drain all the liquids out of my ears. And after that surgery, they put the tubes in there, and eventually the tubes came out, and I was able to hear much better. But yeah, that's I guess that's the quick background.
So what you're telling me is you're a cyborg. You have 2 metal rods, 36 screws, and tubes in your ears.
At one point, not anymore. When I say tubes, it was literally like they.
Okay, alright. So
go back
used
to
to be a cyborg.
Go back to the tubes in my ears. When they were putting like sponges in my ears, which is the tubes, they put sponges to soak up everything, and then eventually they came out. For some godly reason, they were like, "Oh well, we heard he snored a little bit, so we're gonna take a bone out of his nose." Like they chipped a little bone out of my nose. Not really like part of the procedure. They just ended up doing it. And that, it didn't really help with the snoring or anything like that. I don't know why they did that, but they just eventually just took a little chip out of my nose. I don't know why.
So that's why your nose looks like a foot?
It could be. Honestly, it could be, because like, my nose actually isn't from my father or isn't from my mother or anything like that. And my nose does resemble part of my family, but like the part of my family wasn't blood family. It was like my uncle who wasn't blood. He was just married into my family. So that's the only nose that really resembles. But the reason why my nose is like kind of crooked and flat and not larger is just at that time they're like, oh, we're gonna chip a little bit off his nose for some reason. We're gonna chip a little bit off his 8-year-old's nose for no god reason, because we're doing an ear surgery. I mean, what I assume is that they got me, they chip a little in the nose, like, oh shit, this is not the nose patient. All right. Let's just tell him something, and then we'll just put some tubes in there.
He's not. No more.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it was a really weird thing that happened. We didn't put any lawsuits, but it was.
So
it was
you're a cyborg.
I've had a lot of surgeries and a lot of things in my life. Yeah. A lot of things that weird that happened in my life. But that's.
Can you fly?
Eventually, I'm actually working on some prototypes of, since I have metal rods in my back, magnetically attaching 2 wings to my back.
Like the Falcon.
Yes, magnetically attaching 2 wings to my back. I wouldn't be able to control them because obviously they're not connected to my spine per se. But maybe with a remote control or something like that, I'll be able to like make them flap. Yeah, you can
just fly around with a remote control. That's fine.
Exactly, and I think I can definitely do that more than other people. So I can eventually do that.
What would you do with that power?
Of flying?
Yeah. You couldn't save anyone. You still can't fight. I mean, you can watch people get their ass kicked.
I wouldn't become a superhero. I would just like.
Sightseeing.
Most likely, yeah. I would just like jump off the roof of my building and be like, "Hey, what are you doing?" "I'm just flying around. I got nothing else to do."
Oh shit! Sorry, you are not being ignored. We're just we're 2 video gamers. We had a couple of drinks and we're just talking about our lives. I'm sorry, Hit. Since there's a bit of a delay, I'm gonna respond to you. Sorry.
Didn't mean to ignore. Like I said, we're moving to a newer place, so our studio's gonna be set up a little bit better. Right now, we're like looking the complete opposite way that even the Twitch chat is, so it's kind of hard to look at you guys and look over there. But no, definitely not trying to ignore you, especially with a little bit to drink tonight. Doesn't really help. But you know.
What channel did you put this shit on?
I don't know, Zakronz or something like that?
No. The scene. What scene is it?
It should be just trials.
There it is. Alright, cool. Yeah, I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, if you have any questions, at the moment we're just talking about
Our history?
our history, our lives, how we
Yeah.
got into video gaming, having some drinks.
Having a good time.
Yeah, we're just chilling, having a good time, talking, spitting.
Since when did you first start playing video games? And then when did you first know that like video games is gonna be a hobby for your life?
Honestly, first video game I ever played.
Yeah.
Let's see.
If you remember that.
Yeah, God, it was either I played the original Super Mario Bros. Well, not the original, the one that came on the handheld. It was the Game Boy.
Super Mario Brothers, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't the Game Boy Color. It was the black and white Game
Yeah.
Boy. And I played that. And then I had a PS1.
Mm-hmm.
And I played Crash Bandicoot 1 and 2, which I absolutely loved. And Crash Team Racing. Oh my God! Crash Team Racing. And then Pokemon came out. Don't even get me started on Pokemon.
Big Pokemon fan, this guy is.
I love Okay, I loved. Not a huge fan of Sun and Moon. That kind of style looked
you
like
can't make
Digimon.
too much judgments. It's not out yet.
No. I just don't like how the new Pokédex, the new Gen Pokédex, is a
You have to
Rotom.
I
and
think
you
you
can
have to
talk.
see.
No, you can talk to your Pokemon. That's where I draw the line. Talking Pokemon is not Pokemon. That's fucking Digimon. I'm no longer playing Pokemon Sun and Moon. I'm playing Digimon Sun and Moon. The moment you can talk to your Pokemon, as long as it isn't Mewtwo, because Mewtwo could always talk,
Yeah, me too. Can talk.
that is bullshit. I hate it. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna hate it.
I think
But
for your final judgments, you gotta wait to play the game.
yeah, I
Because
just don't
obviously
like.
Nintendo's really good at making video games, and
Yeah,
Nintendo really makes good strides in their video games. So you gotta play it to see how it works. But definitely, I think the concept of it is really weird. It's a very different approach they're trying to do for Pokemon. Obviously, to keep it fresh, but it's a very weird approach to be able to talk to your Pokemon. And I wonder how inclusive talking to your Pokemon is. Is it like when you're walking around, the Pokemon can be like, "I am tired. Oh, I need to rest," or
Just
something like
Digimon. Pokemon don't rest. You shove their ass in a fucking box in the Pokemon Center and they're fine. Pokemon are troopers. Digimon are the whiny bitches. It's bullshit. The
that.
moment...
Oh, wait, random thing. Did you ever watch the show Code Lyoko?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Okay,
Why?
never mind then. I just saw something about the Code Lyoko the other day, and it just brought back a lot of nostalgia. It was like an anime type 3D style of
But you
these
don't
kids.
watch anime.
I watched some anime, like Digimon. I got a little bit into Digimon. I watched the first series of Yu-Gi-Oh. The first series of Pokemon I was definitely into. Remember when they have all big like WB animations? When like they had all those like anime series kind of like Pokemon, they were doing all that.
No.
Oh really? Well, like WB animations became like a big thing.
I wasn't into anime until like my last year of high school.
Those were like the early kind of stages. I didn't really get into Dragon Ball Z. I think it was a little too much. It was a little too much for me at that
Speaking
time.
of Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball. Okay, first I watched Dragon Ball Z on and off as a kid. And then after I grew up, I went back and I watched Dragon Ball. Awesome. Alright, that's nice. Love you too. Bruh.
What he said?
Should we look like pussies?
Yeah.
I will fight you, man.
He will fight you. I will not. I'll accept that pussy. I'll drink to that. Thank you, kind sir.
So smooth.
Mm-hmm.
It's so smooth.
Some would say it's almost pure vodka. For yours, at least, not mine.
Yeah. No, I made just pretty weak.
Yeah, you did. It tastes like just straight orange juice. I'm actually kind of happy of it. Orange
But,
juice.
no, oh.
These cats are going crazy, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, after I grew up, I went back and I watched Dragon Ball.
Okay.
It was awesome. Loved it. Dragon Ball Z. I still loved it. Dragon Ball GT. I watched Goku grow up from a kid to an adult fucking be a motherfucking badass. And
To
then,
a god, some would say.
Yeah, no, practically. And then he turned into Quid again. I didn't even finish it. I got 4 episodes into Dragon Ball GT. I'm like, fuck this shit. I watch it, but you know, it's, I don't know,
For me, when I was too much of a kid to actually understand the storyline of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, and then as I grew up, I just never really got into it. I know a lot of people around my age really liked it. Just not really an anime series that I got into.
You didn't get into anime though, honestly.
I really never did. It's just, I don't know, the whole Japanese centric of it. Like, I know anime is Japanese, but sometimes a little too weird for me, and I just never could really get.
Is like tentacles where you draw the line?
There's a lot of things. I remember one of my friends showing me an anime where.
Hey mate, fuck you too.
I remember one of the friends was showing me an anime where there was a girl, but he was a guy, but he looks just like a girl, and that's like a normal thing that happens there. I was just like, I don't know. I definitely appreciate the storytelling. I appreciate how deep it goes into. There are some animes that I've slowly tried to get into. The one Japanese thing that really gotten into me and synced and that's hooked is Persona, which is a video game type anime. The cutscenes are straight anime, but it's more of a Japanese JRPG. That's like a video game series I'm really into, but that's about the extent of it.
No, it's I don't know. They have such a deep storytelling.
They do
and
much better.
I suppose I'm kind of biased. You're asking when I got into video games.
Yeah.
Shit.
Got to read a little bit. Video games. When was the point that you realized that video games was like, it was the thing you wanted to do maybe for the rest of your life, or like you really enjoyed it and it was a special experience?
Shit, if I could make a living off it, like, I would. I honestly would. But the problem is with school and everything right now, I just don't have that sort of time. 'Cause, you know, it's one of those things. You have to put so much time and practice to become really good.
To be I would say esports, that's what the more paying jobs are for video games right now is to have an esports career or anything, you really have to devote a full amount of time. And then not only that, once you devote your full time to it, you have to be able to risk your future. Not really future, risk your future, but you have to invest in what your next couple of years are going to be. Move in with a house. I know a lot of people have even expressed how hard it is to have a girlfriend and to be able to be a esports person, because you're devoting literally maybe about 8 to 12 hours of your day straight to video games. So it's hard to keep a relationship with a girlfriend like that.
Viv hates it. Absolutely.
I don't think Viv hates.
No, she's told me.
I don't think Viv hates that. Vivian's his girlfriend, but I don't think Viv hates that you play video games. I think she just doesn't want you playing as much. She definitely wants you to spend more time with her, as opposed to video games. Even though I understand, like, video games, you have a lot of different things to doing. You can get lost or caught up what you're doing, and especially you play a lot of MMOs and you play a lot of time demanding type of video games, especially being in a team. But she doesn't want you to stop playing video games because she knows that's a core of you. But she definitely wants you to spend maybe a little less time with it.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, if it is something I want to pursue, it's going to take even more time, you know?
Exactly. That's what's really hard to, like, if you want to make a career out of it, that's why a lot of people have troubles holding, like, a steady, real relationship with, while also being in the esports scene. And it's one of those things you kind of have to choose because, like I said, you're spending 12 hours of the day, maybe 8 to 12 hours a day straight on video games. And when you're not doing that, you're definitely doing other things. Or you're living with your teammates, you're not living with your girlfriend. So, I think it's something that, I mean, it can be done eventually, but
yeah,
it takes a lot of time to be put into it, and a lot of time into one single game.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a definitely balancing act for you, I would say.
Yeah. But, no, as a kid, I got Pokemon Blue first. I think I was, like, 12 when I got it. It came out in 93 or 96, I believe. I was born in 93, so it either came out when I was born or when I was 3 years old. So obviously I didn't play it when it was released. But I picked it up on the big old school because like I said, growing up, my parents didn't have a lot of money. I picked up the old school Game Boy, the big fat gray ones.
Yeah, I remember those.
The black and white ones. At some point from a garage sale. And I started playing Pokemon. And, me, my little brother, my best friends, my cousins, I even dabbled in I even played the trading card game when I was little. But not like fucking bullshit. Like, I seriously played the fucking trading card game. Like, my dad played the trading card game with me. Like, I would kick his ass on the daily.
Funny thing about the trading card game, when I was younger, I had no clue how to play it.
No,
I had not a single clue how to play a trading card game. I didn't understand any aspects of it. The most when I was younger to get dabbled into Pokemon was like my cousin Jonathan, who you know. He got yellow for his Game Boy Color, and then he ran through the whole game, captured all the Pokemon, and was done with it. So what he did was he just eventually gave me the card afterwards, and it was like one of my prized possessions to have Mewtwo and to have all these like level 100 Pokemon. And I had a friend who I decided to lend the game to for a little bit, and she wanted to start her own new game. Yeah. And you know, starting a new game back in then, it was like you're erasing the old file. So she erased his old file, which I've been playing with all the level 100 Pokemon and all the, like he had every Pokemon. Ouch. He had captured Mewtwo. He had the whole Pokedex filled. She just went back and erased all of it, overwritten it, and played her own game. And it was very angry moment in my life, but that's the most I've kind of dabbled into Pokemon. I didn't really get into it too much. What you doing?
Is there a character with a...
Oh, someone was giving us heat. I want to hop onto the channel real quick. You keep talking.
But I definitely watched the Pokemon show for sure. I really like the show. I like collecting the cards. There was a lot of the cards I tried collecting. I just never really understood the game aspect of it because I was too young to really understand the game aspect. But I still own a lot of the cards. Obviously, a lot of people my age, and I definitely think you guys understand, where you get the first generation of Pokemon, you kept it because you're like, oh, later on in the future it's going to be worth something. And still to this day, it's not really worth a lot. If you maybe hand it down to your children, it'd be worth a little bit more, but... I collected the cards. I tried playing the games for a little bit. It was just a little too grindy for my kind of taste. I was much more of a kid who liked Mortal Kombat or platforming games. I love Spyro. But my first kind of dabble into video games. I didn't own a PS1, but I had a cousin who owned PS1, and I would go over his house and play it all the time. I'll never forget the time where if you guys ever remember the game NFL Blitz, it was a football game, but it was on a high end of like ridiculousness. Punching, you get on fire. The field was really short, and you can throw it down the field really quick. So we played NFL Blitz, and then I would always lose to him because I didn't know much about football either. I wasn't really a big sports fan. And then he told me one time after like he beat me so many times. He's like, hey, if you win this next match, I promise you, I will give you my PS1. That next match, I won, and I beat him. And still to this day, he has not given me a PS1. I hold him to it. I'm like,
are you still in touch with him?
Yeah, he's my cousin. Yeah, I talk to him all the time. I hold him to it. I'm like, you have to owe me a PS1 at some point. Because I beat him that game. He knows it. He might deny it at the time, because obviously we're being kids. He can't just give me his PS1 being like a... He's younger than me. Like,
how old is he now, though?
Now he's like 19, 20 years old. He's married and shit like that.
Get you a job. Buy me a PS1.
Like, at that time we were like 6 or 7, something like that. So I can't really obviously think of him giving me his PS1, especially since his dad gave it to him and his dad left him at a younger age. So it wasn't really something right, but... I still beat him at that one. The only game I probably won against him was that one, and I wanted it so bad, and I beat him. It was definitely a good match. That's where I kind of started playing video games. I got my own PS2 later on.
So smooth.
And I played a lot of Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk was one of my...
Shit. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 Graffiti was my shit.
Oh, yeah. I understand exactly. You know the Tony Hawk, if you ever started a grind and then just pulled your controller out the player stays grinding the whole time. So I remember we wanted to get a ridiculously high score. So what we did is...
We're just like disconnected from the PlayStation?
Yeah. What we did is... Do you remember the cruise ship?
Yeah, yeah.
And the cruise ship has has basically a pool that's emptied out. Or you can empty the pool out.
Yeah.
And then you can grind all around it. What we do is we'd start grinding on it, but with like a dark slide or something like that, so really high points. And then we would end up doing that, and then just pull our controller out, and then we would leave it for like 3 hours just grinding. And it would end up like 1 million, 2 million, 3 million points after a while. And then we'd plug our controller back in, hop off, land it, and then just have that ridiculously high score. Just because it was like some type of glitch where you pull it out and then it'll just stay there. You don't have to do balancing or anything like that.
Damn. But how, like, was that in a 1v1 sort of situation?
Yeah, it was a 1v1. Wasn't it like a story?
So whoever got to the fucking swimming pool first would have an extra tagged apparatus, right?
A little bit, yeah. And also...
Or would you both hop onto it and just pull you?
At first, like, you kind of had to plan it, because at first, there's always, like, if you just got on there, sometimes there's usually a guy who's a little bit faster. So after maybe like 5 minutes, the guy would catch up to him and then just knock him off the board. But we eventually got to a point where he would grind and I would grind and we'd be at the same speed, so we'd never touch each other. So then we were just both grinding around for hours, getting the highest score we could.
Oh my god.
That was like when I first started playing video games. Kingdom Hearts was when we started playing that. That's when I started understanding.
You actually played Kingdom Hearts?
I played the beginning of the first one, I believe, or the second one. The part when you're in the town... No, the second one, for sure. It was the second one. The whole town beginning part, and then eventually you get to the Keyblade and find Mickey, and then they tell you all about that. We were young, so we played like 3 straight hours because you just rented the game. Played 3 straight hours of it, and then we thought we'd finish the game afterwards. And then we just realized we just started the game, and he had to leave. So that's the most I got into Kingdom Hearts. That was really good. It was like the entrance to what gaming storyline could be or what could happen. So that's what I really enjoyed about that. And after that, I just kind of fell in love with gaming. The PS2 era was definitely the way I fell in love with gaming. And then the one where kind of like for sure solidified it was Modern Warfare. My cousin had a PS3, and I had to sell a PS2, but she had PS3. She had Modern Warfare, and I would play that nonstop. And then Modern Warfare 2 came out, and I would play that just even more nonstop to a point where like I would fall asleep in a chair just at playing it. And after I did that, I eventually realized my parents got me a Wii, so I had to. So after a while, I realized I have to sell this Wii. The Wii's useless. You can't do anything with a Wii that's really fun. So I sold my Wii and then saved that money. Eventually got a PS3 off Craigslist, and that's where my gaming life kind of really, really like became solidified.
Yeah, I started off with a lot of handheld games. I played a lot of Pokemon. Like I said, I played Pokemon with my cousins. We would trade. We'd go on vacation. Right, we're all from England, and we'd go on vacation to Disney in Florida. And we would all buy, because they were cheaper in America.
Yeah.
Because the fucking exchange rate is astronomical.
Yeah, it'd be like $100 over
you
there.
move up back then. You'd move from England to America. Your money is doubled because the dollar is so weak in comparison to the English sterling. So we'd be like, oh shit, this game's practically half price.
English sterling is an English pound?
It's a pound sterling. That's the full name.
Okay.
But it'd be like, this shit's fucking half price. Let's buy it over here, and we'd slap the shit. The first one we did competitively. I know we played. I played blue and yellow by myself. I played blue by myself. Yellow, I played in tangent with them, and we traded a little bit. But as soon as releases Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald came out, we bought it same time. We started playing it same fucking time. It was like whenever we were not in the Disney parks, we were at the fucking villa, cranking out levels. And we'd see who got to the highest level, and then we'd trade and everything like that. So you could finish the game first. And that's how competitive we were. And that's where gaming really began for me. And then, I've been playing World of Warcraft since release. I played vanilla. I think I was, I was like 10? I'm 22 now.
12 years.
Yeah, I've been playing WoW for about 12 years. Vanilla was actually the peak of my competitive career, and I was 12. Unholy Consecration, which was a really fucking top-notch raiding guild back in vanilla. I just would never use voice chat. You know, this was back in the days of the 40-man raids. We'd have, so it'd, like, be 40 old-ass guys, and then me being, you know, a 12-year-old tank. And, you know, after BC came out, I started maining paladin tanks, because that's when I was thinking. But back then, you know, shamans could kind of off-tank, and which they can't do anymore. They had a rock biter weapon and all these awesome things, all these buffs, passive buffs that made them, you know, able to tank. And then my main was a warrior, and yeah, I was a 12-year-old tanking a 40-man instance for a highly competitive guild, and no one knew I was that old because I never used voice chat.
You know, I have to respect you for not using voice chat. Because now being 22 years old, I don't care if you're a 12-year-old, but if I know that you're doing well in your job, then I'm fine with that. But if you're on the chats and, like, talking about random shit or just being obnoxious, that's when it gets too much. But if you're going to sit there and just do your job, then I respect you.
You know, I just felt that, because, dude, I did my fucking research. Like, I was 12, I was in England, I was reading up on all this shit. This was back in the European servers, and they were fucking hardcore. Like, right now, if you look on WoW standings, the top ones are always the European servers for PvE. And I was raiding, and I was, you know, tearing shit up, and I never used voice chat. And this was back when fucking voice chat was implemented in the game. It still is, no one uses it. But,
Really?
like, people used it in-game. And I just never talked. I'd just listen to my fucking GM, do whatever the fuck he wanted me to do. And I raided Molten Core when I was 12. I was there for the fucking... When the gates opened for Anchorage, I almost got the Black Karaji Battle Tank, which is the rarest fucking mount in the game, which is only able to get during the opening fucking gates of the vanilla raid 10 years ago, 11 years ago. And I almost got that, but I wasn't there for the opening time because I had school. And I hopped on, gates were open, and I just got in and I raided. BC, I still wanted a tank, switched my main to Paladin. Blood Elf Paladin, that's the way to go. And I mained my Blood Elf Paladin all the way through to Walls of Draenor. I mained him through BC, Wrath of the Lich King, Cataclysm, Mists of Pandaria, and I switched him on Walls of Draenor, where I mained my Enhancement Shaman. And through each expansion, I'd always increase the number of max level characters I had. You know, Vanilla was fucking hardcore. Granted, I was 12 years old, but from other people who were older at the time, it was fucking hardcore. I only had one max level character, Vanilla. BC, I got my warrior from vanilla up to 70, and then I also leveled a blood elf, which was brand new, up to 70, and then I mained him. And then I had, you know, I basically get one extra each expansion. Wrath of the Lich King, I had 6 level 80s. Cataclysm, I think I had 7 level 85s. Right now in Walls of Draenor, I have 10 level 100s. The only one I'm missing is my Warlock. I technically have a level 98 Warlock on Alliance, but no one fucks with Alliance. The only reason he's Alliance is because I used to play on Darkspear, which is the worst fucking server to ever play Horde. On Darkspear you have Swifty's fan club, Soda Poppin's fan club, all these streamers who play Alliance. It is a 90% Alliance to 10% Horde ratio.
Oh, wow.
Try questing as a Horde member on a PvP server filled with Alliance fanboys. It is not possible. I'll be innocently minding my own business as a fucking level 50. Level 50! Not even in the fucking, you know, Outland zone, and I'm just swarmed by a bunch of level 100s. So I was like, fuck this shit. I'm moving all 9 of my characters to kill Jaden.
So much money.
It's like, Nathan, that's $25 a piece. I don't give a shit! I'm fucking done.
I'm gonna keep talking. To use the restroom.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I played a lot of WoW. League of Legends. Don't even get me started on League of Legends. Right now, my most competitive game is Heroes of the Storm. And if you haven't watched it, we had a game. My team, the Murky Mercs, which is Murky, obviously Murky, M-U-R-K-Y, Mercs, as in mercenaries, M-E-R-C-S. We played Left Coast this last game of our chair league. And we did, I guess there's no point spoiling it now since it's already out there. It's already been casted. Our team composition is out there for the world. We played, it was on Cursed Hollows. And the casters, it took them by fucking storm. It was incredible. I loved every second of it. We drafted... We first picked Rhaegar, which is a very odd first pick. Because I'm the main support player for my team. I'm the captain and the main support player, and I like to pick last. You know, I like to take the map into consideration. I like to see how the draft is going. Because there are certain scenarios, like, you know, if we're able to pick up several mages, you want Malfurion innovate. If they have stitches or anything dive heavy, or able to pull me from the safety of my backline, you do not want to go Morales. Morales has the strongest healing in the game. No escape. Literally, all she has is a grenade, which blasts him back a little bit, and then you can be hooked again. So Rhaegar was a really weird first pick for us. So we had Rhaegar, and we intended on going Bloodlust. And then we second picked Raynor, and... We second picked Raynor and Morales. And I was playing Morales for dropship. Raynor was going Hyperion and his W for his attack speed. And then we had Rhaegar and he was going to go Bloodlust. And then we finished up with a Tyrael with Sanctification and a Gazlo with a Goblin Bomb? No, it's not Gravel Bomb. It's the Goblin Machine.
Yeah. Something
like that. Whatever is the other one from Gravel Bomb. Literally, throughout the game, we gave up two curses. Which, you know, if you played Heroes of Storm and you know how Cursed Hollow works, that's a big lead. But as soon as the game started, we're dancing, the casters point out, we have a bit of a laugh. We fucking siege through top lane and destroy both their towers, their gate, back off. And then we have a little bit to throw, we poke the curses a little bit. And we give them the first curse, that's fine. And then we hit 10s. And before we hit 10s, we kill their first fort.
It's over.
And then we... What?
It's over once you hit 10.
No, yeah. Then we hide into the bushes, drop ship, straight to their keep. Drop on the keep, we hit Bloodlust, we hit Hyperion, Raynor hits his W, I start throwing grenades, and we blow up that keep. They all back. Swarm us, Sanctification. We peace out. We get the keep. We start spawning catapults. Wait a little bit, poke a little bit, they end up getting the boss, not a big deal. We defend the boss. And then we head into the bushes again, medevac straight to Call. And same shit. Fucking Bloodlust, Hyperion, Gazlo's whatever the fuck Gazlo does. They swarm in there, they try to kill us. Sanctification gives us a little bit of extra lifeline. And then we're able to wipe them up. And we fucking finish the game. It was a 10-minute game. It was a 30-minute video, a 20-minute draft, and a 10-minute game. And it was mind-blowing. And the casters was completely speechless. And, you know, I've always been into competitive play and MOBAs. I've hit max level in League of Legends twice. I played League of Legends since the beta. And I haven't played it since Season 1. But Heroes of the Storm...
League of Legends has gotten much better.
I know, like, I played it one time with you.
Still, I would say... playing a couple different MOBAs, I put about 100 hours into Dota 2. I put maybe more hours into Heroes of the Storm and 1,000 of hours into League of Legends. And League of Legends is still probably one of the most, I guess, mechanically sound MOBAs that's out there.
It's also been out there, like...
It's been the longest, and Riot definitely knows what they're doing with Champion. They definitely solidified what type of... how they want to release champions, their own art style. They've solidified the kits and what they want for the kits, and that's why I'm really excited about the future for the Heroes of Storm. and eventually with Blizzard being able to do that.
Can we talk about Medivh?
We've talked about Medivh maybe before. You can watch.
still
the trials #1.
Livid. I'm still livid. Do you think they're gonna change him?
Whenever they do a support rework, a whole support rework as in general, I think they will change him. I honestly don't think they'll change him within the next. I think it'll take a year, maybe even 2 years to do a whole support rework. I think what they want to do is release the season 1. That's the main goal, is to release season 1 of the of Heroes of Storm. It's been preseason for a while, and I think eventually
That comes out next week.
Yep, I think eventually they will.
I got 4 days to grind rank 1.
Yeah, you're not doing it, but
Don't you challenge me?
I think they'll come to their own. There's definitely a lot of things they need to fix in their own engine, and I would personally like to see them just start with a new Heroes of the Storm specific engine, but we'll see.
Yeah, I agree. My biggest qualm with Heroes of the Storm is the fucking rejoin system.
Rejoin's really bad. I'm pretty sure they're trying to fix it, but they're not putting a lot of manpower behind fixing it because it's such a complicated issue. Mm-hmm. And within the engine, trying to fix that, I think they definitely have people on it, but it's gonna take a while. Like even if
that's not still in place in StarCraft, though, is it?
I think so.
I haven't played competitive StarCraft in a while, but
I'll let you know tomorrow. I mean, it's all based on the StarCraft 2, all based on the StarCraft 2 engine, which it works well. It's just the problem is it's not really optimized for lower end PCs, and it's not optimized by itself. And I definitely think that they've done a lot of strides to make Heroes of the Storm StarCraft engine work really well, and I definitely think they have a little bit more to go to, but I think Heroes of the Storm has the potential to be very strong. I think it's a very solid MOBA. It's just gonna take a while before it needs to solidify its place and where it's gonna be. Obviously, it's probably gonna stay behind League of Legends and Dota because those are 2 key franchise MOBAs. Smite is the only next one that I think it might overtake at some point. But it's going to take a while before
I'm not sure. Smite's very unique. I do play quite a bit of Smite. And it's... I don't know, it feels a lot more immersive than like a bird's eye view. Mm-hmm. It's, don't get me wrong, it's still the QWE, but the movement with the mouse and the WSAD keys, I don't know, it makes you feel like you're in the game a lot more. It's especially on the playing on console. Like I played it on Xbox and now I'm playing it on the PlayStation 4, and it's playing it on the console is I like it a lot more on the console than I do on the PC. And I did put quite a few hours onto the PC. I hit Mastery 7 with God, what's her fucking name? Nemesis.
Yeah.
And I even grinded out the Jetpack Fighter app. Yeah, the Jetpack Fighter app skin for Nemesis, just because it's exclusive. I put tens of hours in that game just to get the fucking skin, and it was definitely something.
As a MOBA, Smite's very interesting because it's one of the times where when you play other MOBAs, you start playing Smite. When you get ganked, it's a literal gank because if you don't have it ward or if you're not looking,
you have no idea.
You have no idea someone's going behind you, and then you just get ganked. Whereas in any other MOBA, you have a bird's eye view of it, so if someone comes from behind, you can definitely tell they're coming, and you can kind of try to avoid it or misplay how it's going to be. I think Hi-Rez does a really good job in Smite. I think Smite's a very smart MOBA. I think it's very good in being different than other MOBAs, but also being very similar to it. It's very good for beginners to get into it with the auto buy and the auto level up system. I think the Gods is actually a really intriguing kind of realm to it, so it allows a little easier for people to get in there because everyone knows who Zeus is and Hercules is and Poseidon, so they know these generally temple gods, so it's easier for newer people to get into it and to ease their way into the MOBA field. So I think it's a perfect console MOBA for sure. Yeah, I think it's in its third place, definitely far behind Dota 2 and League of Legends. I think Heroes of the Storm has the ability to definitely take over Smite. It just doesn't take a while. There, like I said, the cheesiness of what Heroes of the Storm can be, and a lot of other aspects.
That's why I love it. There's so many, because you don't pick abilities, you pick talents, and you don't pick items, you pick talents, and they directly affect your abilities. The amount of plays you can pull off differs vastly from any other MOBA. Even your ultimate, you have choices between your ultimate. Like a Bloodlust composition for Rhaegar, for example. Just the support. If Rhaegar, the support, takes Bloodlust, or if he takes Ancestral Healing, that completely changes how your team is going to play that match.
That's why I say it has really good aspects to it, and it's really strong in the aspects that it is, but the talent system needs to be reworked maybe a little bit for what it's doing, and maybe giving some more avenues.
Yeah, I'm sad.
What?
Alice Weed is back. The person who was feeling ignored. I'm so sorry. You're sorry too, right? Say you're sorry.
I'm sorry. Alice Weed?
Yeah, Alice Weed.
I'm so sorry, Alice Weed. Like I said, honestly, we're not trying to ignore you. We're just getting these conversations. Like I said, with the setup that we have now, we can't really look at what the Twitch chat is like. We're just kind of talking between us.
Spin shit.
Yeah, you get a little insight of what we normally talk, just personally between us. So, but yeah, like I said, Here's the Storm, solid. I think there's a lot of things to it. It needs to be a little more balanced. I would like to see a little more variation. I don't want to go to a Cursed Hollows map and kind of know that the only way to win is get the Cursed. I would love,
but
not in a non-cheesing way.
It's not cheese if it's like fully within the.
Not in the meta way. It's not in the meta.
That doesn't mean it's cheese.
It is cheese.
That just means we're thinking outside the box.
Nah, it's just not. It's not a meta pick. But what I'm saying, like, I'd love to see some other aspects to it, where we're like, if an objective is going to be ignored by a team, what do they do other than that? And maybe multiple objectives multiple sub-objectives within the team comp. I definitely like it for sure. It's very solid gameplay. Just the future of Heroes of the Storm is very bright. Right now, from when it started to now, it's
definitely brighter than Overwatch.
Vastly different, but from there to later on. And talking about Overwatch, like I said, I 100% believe it's going to be a movie.
I agree.
I mean, with as much as...
But then again, it is Blizzard. They have fucking cinematics for no reason.
With the Blizzard pushing Warcraft, I think with them focusing on movies, it would make a lot of sense.
They're not focusing. They have one movie. Like, dude, every other.
They have one movie, but I think it's a good plan to get the casual market and to get the mainstream market more into the Blizzard games, since Blizzard's mostly PC. I think it's very smart to maybe put movies out there so the mainstream can watch it. The Warcraft movie is good. From what I've heard, it's good. I've heard it's very engaging, maybe a little cliche and old in the type of theme it is, but I think Overwatch is exactly what they might need for the fact that they've already released the game, so people really love the characters, people already love the lore of the whole Overwatch, and being able to, if they did make it to a movie, which all the shorts they've released basically shows that it would be a great movie. One, if they release a movie, since there's no single player in the game, it would actually bring more enhancement to the world of Overwatch, and it would be something that the players don't really know about it already. So it's new for everybody. So it expands the lore, so that means everyone can watch it, and not only that, but let's say the people who play Overwatch watch the movie, or that is such. I mean, the cinematics have really good action scenes into it, directed very well, has good dialogue within it. So if they wanted to make a movie out of that, it would mean the people who watched the movie and enjoyed the movie would eventually play the game Overwatch, making the characters very iconic, making Tracer very iconic, Widow, Winston would make them all very iconic characters. And if they wanted to make a toy line for younger kids later on, and this would play more into the family aspect they've been trying to aim for, then it would be very smart for them if they did want to make a movie. my prediction, which could be far-fetched, but my prediction is that later on BlizzCon, they're going to show a small trailer for the Overwatch movie, which releases next spring 2017, because they've been working on it for a while. The animation in there is different than the animation that's within the game, so they obviously made different character models for the animation, and with all that they have, it would make sense to release a full featured film, whether it's in theaters or whether it's going to be just released on the internet. There still would be a full featured film coming out with a lot of backstory, a lot of development, what happens in Overwatch, and could help out with maybe another patch that's coming out to Overwatch to expand the story.
I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong, but you have to bear in mind, this is Blizzard. They've had 30-minute StarCraft cinematics with impeccable animation and absolutely nothing else to show for it.
StarCraft is good, but I don't see StarCraft being a movie.
Every expansion for World of Warcraft has fucking several cinematics, and this has been going on for 12 years, and they literally just made one movie. Let's see, they have Diablo. Diablo is on console. It's on, the universe has been going on since, 96? Diablo 1 came out in 96, I think.
But at what point, if you make a Diablo movie, would the movie be either a rehashing of Diablo the game, or would it be, I don't know.
The Warcraft isn't rehashing. The Warcraft movie that they just came out with is basically the first instance of the 93 Warcraft game.
So it's, if you play the Warcraft game, the original one, you
Orcs
know
versus humans?
You know what the movie's about.
Yeah, or if you've gone to the Blizzard page and read 100 pages of lore, which I recommend. The lore behind Warcraft is one of the best fucking reads I've ever had, and I've owned several of the books, and I've read several of the books, and they are great books. I love it. It's everything about the Warcraft universe is so engaging, and it's fucking brilliant. I love it. There's a reason it's been going on for so long.
Yeah.
Yes, there's people who are leaving, but I honestly, don't get me wrong. If I had any pull in the company, I would be doing things vastly differently. And there are fucking expansions they should have taken when they didn't take it. Pandas came out of fucking nowhere. It was from an April Fool's joke. Instead of that, they should have had the Emerald Dream expansion, or something that has been in the lore since the get-go. Something to keep die-hard fans engaged, instead of being here's some new shit that you didn't know about, but it's apparently now a thing. Deal with it. It's
also what I really like is that the Overwatch movie can be done completely CG animated, and it would be completely natural within the universe of being CG animated.
And the Overwatch fucking shorts have just been getting better and better.
Yeah, they do really good.
The hero one today, I almost cried. I was it really fucking tugged at my heartstrings. The hero one that came out,
Agent 47.
Yeah, it came out.
About a week or two ago.
Earlier this week or last week.
Yeah.
It was. I didn't watch it until today, and I really liked the Dragons one, and then I went back and I watched the Black Widow one. I watched the Winston one. The Winston one, the original one, was great. Black Widow one, I was kind of yeah, it's okay. There's some decent action scenes. And then
the action in the Black Widow short was actually really impeccable.
It was.
It was really well shot, and that's when it kind of.
And it kind of gave some a nod to the whole. I didn't realize that the robots and the humans living together was such a big issue, but apparently it is. Zenyatta, the monk, is one of the biggest supports in the game, and I had no idea that and Bastion too, being a robot was such a big deal. I just kind of thought they were a thing, but apparently it's a whole nother race within this universe. And
like I said, the universe is so thought out that they've done so much development in the universe and the characters' story building of what they are. I Honestly, I would love to see an Overwatch movie because that's something that I would watch for sure. From everything I've seen from the shorts, and
I definitely think it'd be good.
I think honestly, in business wise and everything, it would make sense because you would expand your new IP to a new horizon, to a new development of people. So more people know what the Overwatch is and the characters of it.
Speaking of which,
so you get more people playing the game because everyone loves the game, and then they're family focused for it. Like I said, since it's so family focused, it's good for younger kids to get into it, and they're fine with younger kids playing into it.
I need to read the comics. Apparently, the comics is very lore heavy, and apparently they're quite a big thing. And that's something I want to start looking into, honestly, myself.
Okay.
But I don't really have anything else.
That's about all I have to say about Overwatch, or most things. I think it's kind of late now. I think we've talked about it good much. I'm fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm kind of fine wrapping it up right now. I'm kind of tired. I work all day tomorrow.
Yeah, aren't you open like 4 hours?
Is it 4 already?
Yeah, it's 3:50.
Yeah, let's call it a night.
Okay. Have a good one, guys. Thanks
Thank
for
you guys.
watching.
Thanks for watching. See you.